Should I say 2020 almost ruined my marriage? Yeah, I think I should say that because I misunderstood so many things about marriage in 2020. Happy New Year! Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Seddy, and if you're my old subscriber, thank you so much. This is going to be officially my first sit down video for 2021. Yeah, and in this video I'm just going to tell you guys what are the plans. We are having big plans for this channel this year, so you don't want to dive out, just sit down and keep watching. And we are going to have a recap on 2020. How was 2020? Was it good? Was it bad? We are still in the festive mood, that's why you're seeing me all shiny and nice. Yeah, the first thing I want to talk about 2020 was relationship with God. I want to say, living from 2019, we're all positive about 2020. 2020 came, COVID came, sickness came, financial and economic downpour everywhere, and we had to make different decisions at different times. We had to change the game, like we had to change our initial plan for 2020 to survive, if I'm making sense. Yeah, for me personally, I would not say 2020 was a bad year. 2020 was a good year to me because I will stay positive. 2020 had its ups and downs, but I would say it was a good year to me because 2020 taught me a lot. I learned a lot of things from 2020 like I've never learned in 1 year like that. The first thing I'll talk about is my relationship with God in 2020. I think my relationship with God in 2020 was better. Like, God just told us in 2020 that, look, if you joke 1 second, I will do like this and you all go out. Like, that lesson to me was really big. It was a really big one from God, and I just think that was good because it made a lot of people to reflect back to their creator, and they knew where to stand. So I know 2020 was a good year in that direction. The second point about 2020 for me, I'll say it's about family. Because of the lockdown, I was able to spend a lot of time with my children. Like, I was able to bond more with my kids, reconnect more with my kids, and know certain things about my kids that I did not know. Like, after having my last child, Pearl, I went directly back 3 months after she was in the daycare. I was running, doing my business, but 2020 made me to sit down and really spend time with her. I've always known that she's a very quiet child, a very little baby, quiet baby and things like that, but 2020 made me to see her true self. She opened up, she played more with her siblings. Her dad and I always wondered why this child was so reserved towards us, but 2020 gave her that time to be able to bond with her siblings, because all we used to do was keep her at the daycare, go to work, pick her up by 5:36, and prepare her for bed, give her dinner. The next day the same thing. Holiday, we still drop her at the daycare. So that fact that we did not have time, I think it was a bad thing, and 2020 gave me that time to spend with my daughter, love her more, enjoy her. And I don't think I'll miss the time I've spent with my children because I have enjoyed myself. We have played together. So I would say 2020 was really, really, really good on me in that aspect. Yeah. The next thing we'll move on is health. 2020 was good, but at one point my family and I felt very sick, like extremely sick. I was scared. Like, I've never had a death scare in my life. I was scared that my husband would die. Yes, I want to say that I'm a Christian, but there are certain things you need to be honest. I was really scared. We felt so sick. I was sick, my husband was sick, my daughter was sick, and it was really a scary time for us. But you know, the way God just turns things around. We came to that night where my husband could not, like, he was tired and he just felt like, I can't. But that was the night that changed a lot of things. It grew our spiritual life. Most importantly, it grew because I told him that night, you can pray, and if you pray by your own mouth in this pain, God will heal you. And I bet you that the next morning he woke up and he felt much better, and from then he has been strong and healthy. I want to say, health wise, I thank God. 2020, I lost a couple of family members, but I lost nobody to COVID. That's one thing I want to thank God for. And I will say the family members I lost, they died of age, like at the right age, like after seeing their children's children. So I want to thank God for that when it comes to 2020. The next thing I want to talk about is money. Like, who will not talk about money? If you talk about this video, you don't talk about money, then you are missing out something. So I would like to talk about money. 2020 for me, financially, getting into 2020, I prepared myself for a big financial year. I made so many investments. I started a cake business in 2019 and it was on its rise, like on a steady rise. So 2020 for me, I already prepared, it's going to be a big year. I did a lot of investment in that business. I bought a lot of cake equipment. I bought a lot of machines. Like, everything I made in 2020, I'll not say I spent the money. I'll say I plowed back my profit. And I'll say that is a step financially forward in 2020. Yes, the year was bad in the fact that we had less parties, especially when you're in a party business and things like that. The year was bad because there was no parties, but I will still say, despite everything was happening, I will still say, despite everything was happening, I still had God with me. Like, I had people who did private parties, inviting nobody. Like, invited nobody. They just made parties just for themselves, husband and wife and kids. Yeah, and we still sailed through. Work wise, I had to stay home from work because of the lockdown. Though it will be like, you guys are staying home, you're not working. The subsidies we received from staying home were good, and the time I spent staying home, not going to work. Who doesn't like it? Me, I like it though. I will not come and pretending. So for 2020, relationship wise, my marriage, I would say it was a little bit hard, bittersweet. Let me put it this way, because 2020 I was mostly home. Mostly, I will not say I worked for up to 6 months. I was mostly home, and my husband worked throughout the year, but he will go to work, come back, he needs to spend some time with us and go to bed. But we're home, we can sleep at any time. And when he says he wants to go to bed, we will feel like, let me not say I will feel like he doesn't want to spend time with me, he doesn't want to sit with the family, or I will feel like he's not spending a lot of time with me, he's not there. I felt like he was physically absent. But I forgot to notice that it's because, madam, you're home, you can sleep when you want, you can get up when you want. I'm going to work, I need to go to work, I need to come back, I need to sleep and go back the next day. So I had to rethink after that. After I had already seen that this was causing a problem, I complained to him, I spoke to him about it, we argued about it, and he explained himself to me. And there were times that I really argued back just because I want to argue. It's normal for a woman to want to argue. Like, it's normal. Why should I not argue? Why should I just accept? Like, I argued, but then sitting back and realizing that no, this is the right thing to do. And above all, last but not the least, 2020 was good. Why should I say 2020 was good? 2020 was good because I started my YouTube channel. I've always wanted to do YouTube. Like 3 years ago, I wanted to do YouTube. I asked my husband to buy me a good phone, I'll start YouTube. He bought it, but I was not ready to put myself out there. I was not ready to stand my family in front of the camera, to do all that. So I was, no, I will. I kept postponing. But 2020 gave me that time to sit down, plan on what I want to do, and start my YouTube channel. And fortunately for me, I had the approval of my family, and we are growing. I just want to thank God for that. I was able to stand over that fear, because I've always been so scared to start a YouTube channel. I'm a married woman. What will people say? What would this? And I put all the words behind me and I went for it. I'm happy I started it. YouTube is kind of a difficult journey, and I just believe that with time you get a grip of it and you move on. My plans for this channel in 2021, I think we have been playing like this, not we have not really been consistent, we have not really been giving out quality content, we have not really been back to back on our content. And I think around the niche place we have been dangling. For those who don't know what is a niche, like the main topics of this channel we have been dangling, but it is normal when starting YouTube, especially when you don't have a lot of experience and a lot of mentorship. But now I think I have a good mentorship behind me. When I talk of mentorship, it's not like I have some personal person who is mentoring me on YouTube, but I think I have the strongest mentorship on YouTube right now, because that's the Cameroonian YouTubers, and these are a group of like-minded, very intelligent people. Like when I talk of very intelligent people, I mean every word of it. I think that's the strongest group I have, and I can always run to them for questions and answers. And this year I'm going to try to bring my channel down to cooking, because I love cooking, and DIYs, and also lifestyle, because there are a lot of things that go on in our daily lives as a mom. And being a mom to many children like I am, yeah, so proud of it. I think there are a lot of things that go on in my life that you guys will learn from and get entertained too, like vlogs, cooking recipes, and DIYs, because I love a lot of DIYs. I'm the kind of mom who likes creating things myself with my free time. Like, why should I buy this thing if I can repair this thing? Why should I buy this thing if I can make this thing? So those are things I like doing, making DIYs, going into the kitchen, making good food for my family. So I think this year we are going to niche on that, cooking, DIYs, and lifestyle. So welcome once more to this channel. Welcome to 2021. Those are the goals I have for this channel. One of the big financial moves I've made this year is, last year I did it. Did I succeed? No. It's my piggy bank. Like my piggy bank, I'm in with my piggy bank this year. Can you guys hear that? There's already money inside. I want to use my piggy bank I started at the beginning of the year. I want to save money and open it at the end of the year. You can also do that. That's something you've learned from watching this channel. Get a piggy bank, set yourself a target, drop something in it. You must not have money to save. You can say, this piggy bank, I don't care how much I drop in it, but I'll open it on the 31st of December. Set yourself a goal. Don't overpressure yourself. If it's €1, drop it. If it's €2, drop it. If it's €5, drop it. For me right now, I don't want to say anything. I will not tell you guys how much is in this piggy bank, but I'm definitely going to open my piggy bank live on camera with you guys 31st of December. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, share the video if you liked it, leave me a comment, and give me a thumbs up. Love you guys. Bye.